Page 273, Section J, Miller's MLA Presidential Address 1986, Indent, Reading. Presidential Address 1986, The Triumph of Theory, the Resistance to Reading, and the Question of the Material Base, unquote. Quote starts from Presidential Address. Capital PMLA, May 1987, 102-3-281-91. Response by new historicist Louis Montrose, Montroce, quote, Professing the Renaissance, the Poetics and Politics of Culture, unquote. Reprinted in Rifkin, Rivkin, and Ryan, Ryan, pages 777 to 785. Indent closes para. By the mid-1980s, symptoms of the coming decline of literary theory began to emerge. A key moment was the Modern Language Association's presidential address by J. Hillis, Hillis, Miller in 1986. The MLA is the main professional body for university teachers of English in the USA, and its annual conventions are major events for the discipline. The keynote address from the president is the climax, and it takes the form of a kind of, quote, state of the discipline, unquote, pronouncement, which will often point to future lines of development. Hillis Miller, as one of the famous 5 authors of deconstruction and criticism, had long been a proponent of deconstruction, and his address shows that he had expected that the confident momentum of the early 1980s, when deconstruction seemed to be making a clean sweep of prestigious English department in the USA, would continue. However, what was actually happening, it seemed, was that the dominance of page 274 theory was being checked by a new contrary force. The contrary force was the rise of historicist approaches to literature emanating from the field of early modernist studies, and began in the USA by Stephen Greenblatt's Renaissance Self-Fashioning, 1980, and in the UK by Jonathan Dollimore, Dollimore, and Alan Sinfield's Political Shakespeare in 1985, see Chapter 9. Historicism, as Hillis Miller realized, is the polar opposite of deconstruction, which had become the most prominent public embodiment of theory itself in the 80s, taking over the status which structuralism had in the 70s. So Miller noted that in effect the, quote, triumph of theory, unquote, was being interrupted by regrettable outbreaks of historicism. Indent. Literary study in the past few years has undergone a sudden, almost universal turn away from theory in the sense of an orientation toward language as such, and has made a corresponding turn toward history, culture, society, politics, institutions, class and gender conditions, the social context, the material base. Page 283, indent closes, para. Historicism, as distinct from history, is what the theory-weary academic masses in the main moved on to, and to ever more elaborate